Hello guys, how are we doing today? Today's video is going to be a sort of top 5 class setups for League play. So let's jump straight into it. So to start off, we have a subclass, and this is going to be the 74U. Pretty much the go-to SMG at the moment. And the class setup I have for this is Muzzle Brake. Yeah, muzzle brake. I was using special compensator actually. I don't know why I've changed that. Anyway, I've been using muzzle brake, extended, foregrip. The reason I'm not using the speed grip anymore is simply due to the fact that they butch the movement. So I'm just focusing on something that has no negatives and it helps my recoil out. So I have that, and then the Grew Elastic Wrap and the KGB Skeletal Stock. This is probably a pretty standard AK-74U setup. If you spoke to anyone who uses it on League Play, you'll probably find that they're using the exact same setup. I've got the 1911 as a secondary. Obviously, this is I'm pretty sure GA'd in the CDL, so this isn't what the pros use. But on this, I simply have muzzle brake, the extended bullet velocity, steady aim laser, 12-round mag, and the handle. The reason for that, they don't really have any downsides other than this, which is just reload quickness. And it just makes it an absolute beamer of a secondary. I'll get some decent clips with it. So yeah, this is a secondary I do recommend. The Diamatti is good, but I feel like this hits harder. Obviously, it's going to hit harder if it's GA'd. So you can call me scum for using it in League play, but it's what it is. Next, now these are pretty staple to every class I use, which is stun grenade, Semtex, and trophy system. I do sometimes run smokes if I'm playing S&D. I usually switch it up sometimes. If I'm playing S&D and they've got snipers, just to completely shut off the sniper angle. But normally it is stun, Semtex, trophy. And then we move on to the perks. So I'm using Lawbreaker for this, just so I can have Flak Jacket and Tac Mask. With an SMG, you're going to be right in the action, so you don't really want to be getting shredded off points with a grenade, or really getting stunned into the next dimension, really. Which is why I've got both Flak Jacket and Tac Mask on. No perk 2, obviously. And then for perk 3, and this is a perk I have on every single class, is Ninja. In these lobbies I'm in for League play, everyone has a solid headset. Everyone's got ears, and it's not like people are playing with music player or anything like that. So they will hear you if you don't have Ninja. In fact, in some maps they do still hear you even with Ninja. So it's yeah, is what it is. Ninja's a staple for me. If you don't have it, you're probably going to get caught out by sound whores. I do it. Everyone probably does it, but yeah, that's why I have Ninja. So that's the setup for that. Moving on, we've got the Krig Stacked as the name of the class, and basically this is just a all-out gunfighter Krig class with the following attachments. I've got the Microflex LED, the Infantry Compensator, Ranger Barrel, Steady Aim Laser, Field Agent Grip, 40-round mag, Airborne Elastic Wrap, and the Raider Stock. This just makes this gun an absolute beam. Like, it barely any recoil. Sprint to fire time is good. The aim walking speed for strafing is fantastic. And yeah, this is my Krig main class. I really wouldn't recommend using it without Gunfighter, but people do and get away with it. So that's sort of thing. Just give it a try, I suppose. Again, secondary is the exact same as the first one, just with a lovely cherry blossom camo instead on this one. We've also got, again, stun, Semtex, trophy system, and because I've got Gunfighter, I can't have two of the same perk category. So instead of Tac Mask, I've put Gearhead, and it's probably the best perk 2 I can think of. Assassin's good if you're killing someone on streaks, it helps you get that extra score. Which I will talk about in another video, but Gearhead is good for the reduced field time cooldown. Essentially, it means you've always got a trophy, and in those respawn game modes, always having a trophy is absolutely key. As soon as one pops up, you put it down, it could save your life. It can even damage the other team somewhat. And obviously, Wildcard is Gunfighter. Next class is a bit of a shoddy class. Now, the LC10, I don't really use this. My main classes are these two, the 74U and the Krig, mainly because they're the best sub/AR in the game, other than the stuff that's GA'd, like the M4 and AK-47. So this is tend to what I use in League play. The LC10 is it's the exact same class as the 74U, but with Engineer instead of Tac Mask. And I sort of use this if I come across a team who are all using this, because otherwise, and the connection is shoddy, because I feel like I get railed against this. I mean, the 74U can still compete, don't get me wrong, but a lot of League play games for me are questionable connection wise, and this is just a really forgiving gun to use. So I literally just only use this if someone pulls it out, and well, I say someone, if it's one person in the team, I stick with the AK. But if the whole SMG squad on the other team pull out the LC10, I pull it out. It's fair game then. So yeah, this is one that I sort of use. Okay. So the top 3 classes I use are this, that, and that, and this is basically the first class just with engineer. So I do use this quite regularly actually, just for respawns and sometimes S&D, because it highlights enemies' trophies, as you can see here. And that's really the main thing. So it's good for getting involved, shooting all their trophies. It means your team can then follow up grenades, flashes, and it can do your team a huge favor, even if it means giving your life to get that trophy off in the first place. It's even good if you don't do that. It's good for comms. Essentially, if you're pushing a hill, you can warn your teammates and say, right, there's 2 trophies on there, saving nades, or there's 2 trophies on there, or there's a single trophy on there. Use your tacticals to get them rid of them first, because obviously they have a certain amount of hits they can take. And yeah, and out of the 2, I'd rather have flak jacket rather than tac mask. So I don't die from grenades. I can sort of get away from flash grenades. Stuns are a bit of a pain in the ass, but flak jacket is the one I'd have out of flak jacket and tac mask. My next class, my voice just broke. The next class is a very similar one to the LC10, where if they bring out a AK-47 or an XM4 and we're playing on checkmate, I will bring this out just to match them. Same thing again. It's the same class as the Krig Stacked, but it is the M4. And my attachments for this are Microflex LED, muzzle brake, Ranger barrel, steady aim laser, field agent grip, magazine is the 40 round, the airborne elastic wrap, and the radar pad. Yeah, it's a stacked gun. It absolutely beams, and with this setup, you can definitely see why it's GA'd. So actually, I didn't go into my attachments for the LC10. You can see them there, fairly standard. They're pretty much exactly what I've got on the AK, but for this. So I've got the compensator, extended, radar stock, airborne elastic wrap, and a foregrip. So yeah, there are my top 5 classes. Again, well, these ones, I don't really look at these at all, to be honest. I mean, I never snipe, and you can tell by the names that they're absolutely not correct. So yeah, the main classes I do use are the 74U with flak and tac mask, the stacked Krig, and the 74U with flak jacket and engineer. Other than that, I don't really touch any others until I get frustrated that they're using an LC10 M4 or AK-47 or something like that. But yeah, so they're my classes. Let me know what you think. If we've probably got relatively same classes, to be honest. But yeah, that's what I use. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one. I'll see you guys in a bit. Ciao.